Alright, let's now explore the shortcuts for data and file manipulation. These shortcuts are so useful, I bet you will be using at least some of them every time you work in Excel. So we have quite some ground to cover, so let's get started. First of all, take a look here on the right to the basic shortcuts. Now, these are pretty basic, but I want to mention this still because I want to make sure that you are covering the fundamentals. So these are shortcuts to copy, Control C, paste, Control V, cut, Control X, undo, which is a shortcut I used a lot in the previous lesson, Control Z, redo, Control and Y, bold, Control B, italic, Control I, underline, Control U, create a new workbook, Control N, open a workbook, Control O, close the current workbook, Control W, close the workbook and quit Excel, Alt F4, save the workbook, Control S, and print, Control P. Now let's cover the advanced ones here on the left. So when you want to edit a cell, do you do like this? Like, for example, you go into the cell you selected with the mouse and then you click inside. So this is not quite efficient. Instead, just once you go to the cell, just press F2. So let's do this together, and you see we are inside the cell and we can add some text. And if you want to press escape, we will not save the changes. Now if we want to enter a note, just press Shift and F2, enter note. Alright, and we can press Shift and F2 to edit the note as well. So we are inside the note and we can edit the note. Alright, so have in mind that in previous versions of Excel, this is called comment, but now with Excel 365, it's called note. So we want to easily insert a row or a column. So we can do that with Control plus. Let me show you here. Let's, for example, go to A20. And the first step is we want to select the row. And now you can hit Control plus, and you see you will enter a row above the one that was selected. And you can still hit Control plus and enter more rows. Let's go Control Z, undo. If you want to enter more than one row at the same time, what you need to do is to select the row with Shift and space, by the way, and Shift and arrow down, let's say. I'm selecting 3 rows. So now when I press Control and plus, I just entered 3 new rows. And I can do the same for a column, just select the column. So for example, Control space, you can select a column. And now if you press Control plus, you will just enter a new column to the left of the one that was previously selected. So let's go Control Z, we go back. This is a very common shortcut, and I suggest you spend some time to practice a bit more. If we want to do the opposite, we can use Control and the minus sign. So for example, we want to delete this row. We select the row first, Shift and space, and Control minus, we delete the row. Let's go back. The same for the column, Control space this time, and Control minus to delete this one. Alright, so very useful shortcuts, Control plus, Control minus. Just be aware, first select your column or select your row or select more than one column or row to be able to insert more columns or delete more columns or rows. Now F2 is a shortcut that I'm using a lot because I like to save from time to time the file with a different name. So when you hit F12, you save as. So you can either change the name or you can change the file extension or the file type. Okay, so very useful one. make sure that you hit from time to time to be able to save your work and your progress.